Peace. What's poppin', my people? What's poppin', my weebles? Hey. Listen, y'all. Hey, today is the day one of the Intentions and Manifestations Alchemy of Self Magic Course. And I am feeling absolutely awesome. Beautiful, amazing, all of that type shit. I need to play some Akeem Ali and shit, right? Yo, so let's kick it. Y'all know I'm twisting up. Y'all know how we do. Start the opening as I'm twisting. We're going to really hop in it once I get twisted up and fire this blunt up. But look, let me just say this real quick. Because I already know, if you from my city, then you're probably aware of who I'm talking about when I'm about to go into this. But let me be very clear before I even start. I'm not talking about the woman, okay? Let me be clear before I get going in on this subject. I do not know that sister, okay? I know her by name and by association, okay? What I'm about to talk about, I just want to be very clear. This is not about that sister because I don't know her. So anything you hear me say in about her or in connection is strictly what I have been said or what I've been told and or what I've seen for myself. Nothing negative. So I just want to put that out there because a lot of times things that I say be misconstrued. So I just want to be clear that where I'm about to go and what I'm about to go into, I do not know that woman personally, and I have absolutely nothing to say about her. Okay? And if I do, it's coming strictly from the stories that I'm about to tell. Okay? If you want to say that story, ain't no stories, but it's just, you know, telling my shit. All right. So I just want to be clear because, you know, I try to take it upon myself to not speak about other people unless it's good or unless I'm giving information that needs to be had. And let me be clear, as far as I'm concerned, with everything I'm about to say, I have no information. Listen to this. I have no information, known or unknown, that would make me say to another person, don't fuck with her or don't fuck with them or don't. I don't got nothing like that. Nope, not at all. Matter of fact, I kind of got a little bit of the opposite. Okay. So that's my disclaimer. Because let me let y'all know, I don't give a fuck. Y'all know who know me know. Like anything I say, I don't be sitting around speaking bad about people and talking shit and all that. If I say anything to individuals, something I said to them or would, so it's cool. Anything you hear me say, you can carry it on. Now, with that being said, now that I've gave my disclaimer, oh yeah. Let me say how I feel about what I'm seeing and the thought process that go with it. Now, let's stay on point, okay? The real subject of this talk is your name is the first magical spell that is cast upon you. That's what this talk is about. However, I'm going to be using real life scenarios to walk through this because part of what I posted was I don't want to date any more women who was named in adulthood by another woman. Especially that one. Let me explain. See, I'm almost done rolling. Okay, so let's start off with the name, and I'll get into my personal shit later, right? But let's start off with the real shit. Your name is the first magical spell that's ever been performed on you. Now, I posted that this morning, and I had a lot of people tapping in, and I'm loving it. Some people were telling me, you know what I'm saying, their names at birth, you know, what their names mean, how they see it, how they walk in it, how they carry it, and I love it. It's very important to me, you know what I'm saying? Names are very important. Chief River out said, true. I've been doing name numerology for a hot minute. My mans, yes, sir. Me too, right? So, all right, it's a lot to discover, right? It's a lot to talk about. So let's start off with something fun. How many of y'all listen to rappers? Listen to rap, right? You listen to rap and all the rappers is talking. And every rapper at some point in time has a song where they talking about some freaky chick in the hood. The homeboy the chick that everybody hit. Listen, no offense, Keisha. If your name is Keisha, no offense. But numerology, Keisha, from my studies, the name Keisha is always attached to a freak. If you know anybody named Keisha, LaKeisha, Turkeisha, Pakisha, Keisha Latte, I don't give a fuck. Keisha a freak. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody I've never, ever in my life had anybody, as many times I said this, as many places, I've never had nobody be like, wait a minute, I know Keisha, and she's proof. She don't have sex, she don't have, no. So that's like an example, like Keisha's. And okay, do the knowledge. You do the research for yourself. I'm just giving you what I have come across, right? But like Chief Riverhouse spoke about, numerology is at the foundation of it. Okay, let's be clear. Let's explain the shit. Numerology is at the basis of it. So for every letter in your name, there's a value to that letter. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, E is 5, F is 6, G is 7, H is I. Wait, A was I, right? So is H. H is I, H is 1, A is 1. Both of them are 1. However, they have a different energy. Because once you get into the double, like 11 is 2, but it starts out at 11, which in some numerology is a master number. So if you get what I'm saying, you can see where formulating your name creates an energy. Now, when I say that your name was the first magical spell that was ever performed on you, the reason why is because when you're born, all the astrological things, those are natural. It's not performed on you. Your place of birth, your time of birth, all of that, your date of birth, those things are automatically done. Your name is the first thing that there's a blank sheet and somebody decides what to put on it. As a youth, as a child, as an entity, you are here, and then they give you a name. And most of them write that on your birth certificate or proof of live birth or whatever that be, giving that ownership to you. And then throughout your life, you are referred to as that name. So understand that when they decided your name, they have what they perceive, some parents, as the definition of your name, as well as whatever your name is, however they spell it, is going to give you an energy. And that energy will be imprinted in you and on you every time somebody calls your name. So when you start to accept that name, you're embodying it. You start to responding to that name. You are giving the permission for the transmutation into that name. Okay. So that name that you're called every day and you answer to has an energy. And that energy is exalted by you, is given off by you. Okay. Chief River, I appreciate that. No doubt. I ain't forgot either. I was wondering. I appreciate you. So let me just point out that all of my children, their names, if you listen to their names, you could tell that they were thought out. Not only in meaning, but also when we decided, or when our children gave us their names, and we found out by going through the interdimensional realms and going to visit the children while they were still in the womb and communicating with them. So either we picked their names or some of them gave us their names. But once we had understood what that name was, we immediately took it to the numerology. And a couple of my children, when I looked at the name that we were giving them, the numerology and what it built as an individual, I went and changed the spelling oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to put that energy on them because I already give off this energy. Their mother gives off that energy. Our community is this. They're going to, it's a formula. It's like all of this is going to be here. So if you add that to it, that might be too much. But if you add this to it, that might alter it this way. So we literally looked at the names and how they would affect the children throughout their lives. You can look at this, right? And if you have an estimated, of course, time of birth, you can do some of the astrological checks, and you can see what type of energy that they will carry in certain parts of life, and you can alter the name to assist them with that. Okay, baby 7, her name is spelled with a Y instead of an E. So just different things like that will change the energy. And the more you do numerology, the more you understand the energy from each letter in the compilation and the soul numbers, the life path numbers, all of these things, then you can see a little bit more of the magic that you are offering. See, because these children are not ours like they belong to us. They're ours like it's our responsibility, right? It's our responsibility. So responding to your ability. So me having the ability to see certain things through the astrological, the numerological, and things like this, and having the ability to alter it, then you can do so. This is what I mean when I say your name is the first magical spell that's ever been put on you. Once they decided your name, decided the spelling, and then wrote that on your birth certificate, and then started calling you that name. This is a magical spell. Chief River said, my people name me after Tony Braxton. I love me some music like none other. Okay, dope. I was named after a German chick that my father used to have sex with in the military. The Dion part of my name, my what we call honorable name, the name given to me by my parents, which you cannot call me unless you want issues with me, is Antoine Dion Perry. People be like, if you don't like people calling you that, why do you share it? Because they might need to Google me, run me through the motherfucking system to see if I got goddamn violations against children, women, fucked up shit. Nah, I'm going to give the honorable name because I bring honor to it. But I never have and never will be a part of that individual. See? And so, well, I can't say I never have, never want to be, excuse me. I have been and have been separated from that, which I'm getting to. So, the Dion part, and my pops was on some like, oh, I wanted your name to be like, sound real suave with the ladies, Antoine Dion Perry. I'm like, that's fucking French as fuck and whatever. Like, it ain't sexy to me. Antoine, that name sounds super alternative lifestyle as fuck. The Dion parts, it's kind of cool. The last name Perry, slave name like a motherfucker. We know what it is, right? And so as a youth coming up with that name, the way I was treated, the way I was handled, the way I was disengaged, disacknowledged, just all of this, the name created an individual that is weak, that is unimportant, that is all of these negative things, because that's the life that was given with the name. So the name, some people don't understand how some people have what's called name trauma. Some people be thinking that when you tell somebody, oh, that's not my name no more, my name is now this, that's not important to them, or that's not a joke, or they say stupid ass shit like, oh, well, your mama named you this, so I'm gonna call you this, and all this type of disrespectful shit. And then I have to start pointing out, hold on, wait a minute, ma'am. Are you married? Yeah, I am. How many times you been married? Twice. I'm in my second marriage. Oh, what was your first husband name? David. David what? Clark. Okay, Miss Clark. Miss Clark, I'm not married to him no more. Don't call me. Whoa. See how that fucking energy came? See how the understanding that taking on a name also brings on. Some people get married and take on a name and then realize they whole family like that. Everybody with the name like that, their whole family like that. Now you about to start being like that. Now you about to, that's why like people talking about I'm married the person, not the family. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. You better watch out. You better be careful because if that person's still married to the family, you know what I mean? Then you just join that relationship, right? So names are more important than people think, which is why I am very, very respectful to call people what the fuck they tell me their name is. I don't care how you feel about, listen, I know a brother and his name is God Allah. You know what I call him? God Allah. I don't care about your personal religion and all of this. Like, that's that man's name. How you, like, what are you talking about, right? And so people will do what they want with people's names. Don't do that. That's the first magical spell that an individual has ever had put on him. And let me tell you something. A lot of us break that magic. When I got what's called knowledge of self, I was instructed to take on a new name that represents the new you. If you really are a new individual. Now, if you just change some things about you, right? No, I had a total awakening, right? So therefore, I needed a whole new name to go with that new individual. And in the community, what I noticed was a lot of the individuals let their enlightener, which is the person who gives them knowledge of self, give them a name. They let their enlighteners give them a name. So I'm out here in the streets and I meet a young boy and I'm like, yo, what is you doing out here wilding and you raping chick or doing foul shit and killing people? Man, you don't need to be doing that, man. You need to learn who you are, man. Let me teach you about who you are, how you are, what you are. And you get this individual to come out of the wickedness and come out of the foolishness and to start living a righteous life. And then it's like, all right, that individual that you were, you no longer are. Give yourself a new name, right? And so in my community, a lot of the individuals would let their enlighteners, the ones who came and got them off the streets, the one who taught them that they somebody different, give them a new name. So when it came to me and the talk started coming around, I was like, no, I'm good. To the individuals who were talking as if they were going to give me a name. You can't name me. You can't name me. No, this is me personally. This is just me. I'm giving y'all my understanding of what I said earlier of why. This is not knocking nobody who does nothing, because I know a lot of individuals who go through a lot of rites of passages and rituals who are given names. As a matter of fact, I have just been initiated into something, and my initiator has said, hey, you're going to be given a new name, and this is going to be part of it. And I was like, that's dope. That's what's up. So understand, I'm not knocking it. I'm talking about the psychology behind it. So follow me. So if you've been given a name, it's not a diss. This is a observation that I'm trying to pay attention to, but also trying to avoid while I'm observing it, personal shit. Just for those of y'all who be given a name. All love and respect, okay? So I said, nah, I'm gonna name myself. And I went through a lot of focus, self-check, and like I wanted to know who I was previously and who I am now and who I'm gonna be. And I knew that who I was previously that I was not proud of was I was scared. I was scared of everything, of everybody, every situation. The religious shit that was impaled into my brain when I was younger had me thinking everything that I was doing was going to send me to hell. Then I was sent to go live with my father at 11, and his first words to me was, you're not in Colorado no more. These niggas want to kill you. Like, I just got here. What are you into, father? Why do they want to kill me? So literally, when I would be out and I would be at school and I would get into a fight and I would just ball up and all that and not do nothing, I wasn't in pain. It didn't hurt. I wasn't scared like, oh my God, I don't want to do. I didn't want to beat the shit out of this person and then have them go get people and come back and kill me. So when I went into the Army, it put us through so much shit that I wasn't scared no more because I'm standing next to dudes twice my size and they crying and shit. We in actual hand-to-hand combat and I'm beating the dog shit. Like, no, I got it. And so my courage, it changed. So I wasn't scared no more. And so with that being said, I didn't feel the need to lie no more. That's what I'm saying is I was scared, so I lied about everything. It wasn't a fear of physical, it was a fear of emotional and mental, all of this because of my parents and what I was raised and how I was raised, and everything was a sin, and everything you're going to hell, and everything you're going to get a whooping, and I'm lying. Nope, I ain't do nothing. Nope, I didn't say nothing. Yep, I did everything. I'm lying about everything, and it went into adulthood. And I heard somebody say once, man, that nigga a lie. Wasn't talking about me, they talking about somebody else. And he said, man, any nigga a lie to you, steal from you. And any nigga steal from you, he'll kill you. I don't fuck with lies or stealers. And I was sitting there knowing I was a liar. And I was like, wait a minute, brother, that's fucked up. I would not kill you. I mean, not for no reason. Like, what the, I started feeling bad about him saying that. And I didn't want to be a liar no more. And so I stopped lying. I started early. I stopped lying. I'm like, I'm not lying no more. I heard somebody say the only people lie is people that are scared. I ain't scared no more. I'm not scared of nobody. Only thing that I'm scared of is motherfucking police. That's it. Motherfucking police. Them motherfuckers will snatch you up and change your motherfucking life, put you in a box and have you in that bitch. Man, that shit. But anyway, so police, hey man, chill, put that shit out. Hey, don't drive. Nah, fuck that. No, I'm law-abiding citizen, okay? You feel me? Police came to my house yesterday. What the fuck do y'all want? I don't like them. We don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't be trying to argue and all of that shit either. I don't. So the fear was gone. So when it was time to get a new name, the only thing that I could think about the old me was I was a lying motherfucker. But I never lied to women. Right? It was like when I got into the military and stopped lying, that's when I started fucking with women. So it was like I always had that opportunity. I was always lying to my parents and people who was above me and all of this type of shit. So I noticed early on, that's the thing, is I stopped lying because I didn't want to be looked at in a negative way, how they saying about people who liars. So when I started telling the truth is when I also started dealing with women a lot. Because previous to the military, it was just a couple here and there. In the military, I was an absolute whore. So now I'm experiencing this through that. After the military is when I got knowledge of self. So when I'm looking back and I'm saying that part, that lying, that fearfulness, like, yo, I'm a real dude. Everybody know that I ain't got no, and so in studying, I was studying word is bond. Have you not heard that your word should be bond regardless of whom or what? Yes, my word is my life. My word is my bond, and my bond is my life. And I give my life before my word should fail. That was my favorite degree. So I was like, I don't want to be named Bond. So I'm trying to find something that represents me being real, telling the truth. And I'm just looking at all of these different words and and I came across sincere. And I was like, damn. I always did like that name. And I looked up the etymology to it. And it was from the time where they used to do sculpting, right? And the sculptors, if they made a mistake, they would fill it in with wax because once they paint it, you still just see the whole sculpture. You never know. But after time, they started realizing that the true art was not in the paint on the sculpting. It was in the sculpture itself. And they started putting, how the word get around. They start, wait, so I'm going to have wax in this? You know what I'm saying? And so they started putting them in the fire. Because I'm going to tell you, what happened was probably a sincere peacemaking motherfucker was like, I just need y'all to know, y'all paying all these motherfuckers for all these pieces, and they waxed the fuck up. What do you mean they waxed? Well, I know people who do this shit that I do, but they fuck up a lot. And when they fuck up, they put wax in the shit. You know what I'm saying? You can put all my shit through the fire. That's why I don't even paint mine. You can see my shit is without wax. Sin means without, sear means wax. So all my pieces are sincere. All of them. All my shit is sincere. And a lot of these people y'all fucking with is filled with fucking wax. I don't care if they nice and they talk to you all polite and all of this shit to make you feel good. They fill with wax. Put me in the fire. I'm coming out the way I went in. Sincere. I loved it. I'm like, that's it. 7 is the name of God that the people can understand. because I'm real and I walk righteously, right? I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be God. And that's how I picked my name. And since then, I've lived my name. See, that's the thing about it. When you pick a name or when a name is given to you, you have to integrate into it. You have to adopt the name and you have to let the name adopt you. Your actions, your thoughts, your emotions, and this is where I'm going about, I don't want to date no other women that's named by another woman. Because that's been my last four women that I dealt with, all were named by the individual that I said, especially if they're named by her. Now, remember in the beginning of the video, it's not about her. What it's about is, how do these women get to you? They will say out their own mouths, I have an issue. I have a problem. I'm lacking. I'm fucked up. I'm traumatized. Whatever it is. I like the acknowledgement and knowing you need assistance. And then they go to this sister and they go through the program, the works, whatever it's called. And then they come out on the other side and they have their white on and everybody adorns them and gives them and does things and hugs them and praises them, and they're given a name. And now, from what I have witnessed, let me speak very specifically. The women that I have dated have struggled to live up to these names. Oh man. So Ife, man, I used to love Ife. Y'all remember Ife? She don't exist anymore. But I loved her. She was dope as fuck. She was about her shit. And then I woke up one morning and the mother of my children, Tati, was sitting there. And this is like the first time I met her. When I woke up and I was talking to her. I was like, Ife, what the fuck is you? She turned around and looked at me. She's like, I'm not Ife. Ife is gone. That individual served a purpose, and that purpose is over. I am Tati. And so if you're going to be with me, you're going to get to know me. And after a couple weeks, I was like, I don't like Tati. I like Ife. And she was like, Ife gone. And she is. And this is one of the examples of what I'm speaking about, because I had discussions with her about this. And she explained to me this very thing, like giving a name and struggling with it and living through it and going through all of these challenges of trying to be and live up to, right? It's not the way it's supposed to be. It's not the way it's supposed to be. And it causes more trauma. As a medicine man, a Detroit medicine man, shaman, whatever, assisting people with their traumas and sexual abuse and physical abuse and how they were raised and military life and all of this different shit. I have had, I'm thinking at least 20 individuals come from that program to me. And so at one point I was thinking, damn, what is this woman doing to them? But then after a while, I started to realize everybody I talked to, nobody has spoken on a violation. I'm big on that. Like, I don't care about how much people don't like you. Tell me what this person did wrong to you. And so I was starting to see through all of these conversations that there's no violations that I'm being made aware of. There's just the same thing that happens when a lot of women get around. Women don't like a certain thing about women. Women start treating certain women different ways. But hold on. You walking with a name that was given to you by this person. And now I've had individuals come to me who I've dealt with, and they speak down negatively against or in a disappointing manner about the person that named them. And then I see over time that it's almost like a identity crisis, because who they were, they don't want to be. And they got rid of that. They realized that the actions that they used and the lives that they lived and all of that was not progressive, and it was not necessary, and it was not good. And let me get out of that. But in doing that, they jumped into something that a lot of individuals, for whatever reason, found to be dissatisfying and got away from it. But now they're still walking with the name given to them by the individual who they have now an issue with, even that. And I'm going to tell y'all, whether you know it or not, this is a internal construct strain, multi-construct strain. Who you were and the name you given, I don't want to go back to who I was, but I feel some type of way about the name I'm giving. I've heard that the name I'm giving, I like this part, but this part I really don't feel, and I'm trying to do. And don't try to do. Who you are is already there. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying, is because individuals who I'm meeting, who are being given names, are usually still trying to find themselves. And when they're given a name by somebody else that they don't even rock with anymore, it adds more to having to find themselves. That's why I said this isn't about the woman who named them. There's nothing that I have to say about her. But the people who are allowing somebody else to name them and then feeling some type of way so they feel some type of way about who they used to be and who the person who brought them out of that is. They stuck between them two. Neither one of them should be your focus. Who are you? It's knowledge of self. And by all means, if you don't feel like that name resonates with you, why do y'all keep walking with it? Because that's what I keep running into. And I'm going to tell y'all what it be. I'm saying to myself, oh, you've already awakened. You've been through the realms, the programs, some type of attention to yourself and your actions and who you are. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But have you fully integrated in who you're supposed to be? I found that most of the people who find their way to me that are walking with the name from her, no. And that's usually why they made their way to me. So it's like, if you're coming to me from her, if this was your spiritual teacher, instructor, you saying, look, I need some healing from what I went through with her, cool. That means that whatever you went to her from has been paused and needs to be unpaused. I don't need to be dealing with those individuals romantically. I don't need to be like, there's more work to be done. We can work together. That's it. That's what I meant by that. There was no dissing. There was no, I'm saying what I've noticed and what I would rather avoid. Because literally, y'all don't, everybody on everything ain't on it, but I know I've been paying attention, and I just realized, like, wait a minute now. I just realized I've dealt with, and every single one of them did the same damn thing. Like, come in representing as one person and then flip and be comfortable being the other person, and then get to showing this person that you're not neither one of them. And I'm like, what the f is going on? Oh, that name. There is some multi-construct strain going on within the names within the community. And I'm not speaking from an opinion. I'm speaking from experience. I've had conversations with the women I've been dealing with. Like, wait a minute. When I be around here, they be calling you this. And then what do you want me to call you? And they like, it don't matter. And I'd be like, oh, I would never tell nobody it don't matter what you call me. If it doesn't matter to me, then that is not a powerful name. If it doesn't matter to me, then it's not my name. If it doesn't matter to me, then it doesn't resonate with me. I invite y'all, if any of y'all are listening who has names given to you by others, I invite you to lean into them. I invite you to really know if that's your name, to know if you resonate with that, if it is you, if you can carry it, right? Because if not, I invite you to think about what you want to do about that, because it might be more serious than you think. Yeah. I'm on some like, one of my questions now when I date is, how long have you had your name? How long have you had your name? And there's an answer that is going to put me on alert. There's an answer that I'm going to be comfortable with. Anything under that is going to put me on alert. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what taking on a new name entails. I know what that entails. I know what the integration of that entails. And it's something that you have to lean into if you want to make it real. And a lot of people don't. You be Sarah 3/4 of the time, and then when you come over here and hang out, you Princess Goddess Sekhmet Oshun, the third queen of Ashura Sunset. What? Wait, what? See, as an individual who has a name that I took on after my honorable name, I understand the walk with a new name. But I walked and I stood 10 toes down. I'm talking about, it's been 20 years now, and I'm still at the family functions with my auntie talking to me, and I'm ignoring her, looking my cousin dead in the face while my auntie talking to me right here, saying, cuz, why am I ignoring auntie? Because she calling you Antoine. Oh, you think? Yeah, because you waiting on her to call you 7. And you know what my auntie sitting over there saying to my cousin? I know, I don't care. You hear me? I know. You hear that? I don't care. Right. If you don't care, I don't care. You ain't gonna respect me, I ain't gonna respect you. Period. That's how serious I am with my name, because it's a magical spell. You're not finna keep taking. Listen, if it doesn't matter and you're okay with the name you was getting, stick with it. Stick with it. Why play with it? Why play with it? Why confuse your consciousness? Why confuse your spirit? What? When I do numerology, what name you want me to use? Now, they say use the name that you was given at birth. Use the name you was given at birth when you do numerology. You know what I say? If you had that name for 7 years or more, use them. Sincere 7. 7 years or more. Sincere 7. You know what I'm saying? And you could do the old name too and do a comparison. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that were solidified in adolescence. You're not going to change that. So that's real. But look at you and the new name and the new you as that. You've been married 14 years. Use the name that you have now, not the name that you was given at birth. Now, again, you can do that chart too, so you can have it and always do a comparison. But I'm saying moving forward, if that's your name, right? Moving forward, what's like, I'm going down to the city, county, or wherever it is to be like, look, change this so my ID, so my Venmo, I don't want to see the old name. That's how deep it is. So let alone for an individual to call me that. I had an individual that I felt like I was very close to down in California. I considered this person a friend real quick, and I need to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? I need to stop doing that. But I did, you know what I mean? And the last time I was down there, this individual referred to me by that name. And I responded very aggressively. And it was like, yo, what's yo? And I explained to her, like, don't play with me. Don't do that. I don't do that. I don't like it. That's not it. That's not where it's at. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, right? And so I'm thinking, okay, we had this conversation, everything good. Woo woo. This was one-on-one. Later on, we had a ceremony. Everybody's there. They're talking. Woo woo. People, oh, look, I'll pay you. Da-da-da. And the girl was like, oh, I'm just going to pay so-and-so. And she said my honorable name out loud. And I looked, and then somebody else said it, and then somebody else said it. And everybody was like, Antoine, Antoine. And it just started to echo through the room. Now, understand that it affects me. So I'm hearing it, and it's every time somebody's saying, I'm just looking around the room, and I literally announced, like, okay, excuse me, y'all, because I had a conversation with you earlier, and I made it very clear, and you're gonna do it again. So now you disrespected me, and I'm about to go off. So I was very professional in announcing that I'm about to get very ignorant, and I got very ignorant, and I said a lot of shit that I shouldn't have said because I'm a yogi now. And as a yogi, I'm not supposed to talk like that. So then I got disappointed in myself. And I had to leave and go smoke and calm down and just recenter myself and everything like that. And so it was very, very challenging for me. And it made me upset that it took me out of that energy that I like to be in. And so that's what I'm saying. That's how it affects me. And so that's why I'm saying to y'all, we got to be respectful of people's names. But I also invite people who take on new names that if you're going to take it on, be serious about it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to take somebody serious who changes their name every year. I'm going to be honest, y'all. Like, I just got used to the last name and you changing it again. And it's like, okay, after the second time, I'm looking like, okay, you a serial name. Like, you instead of multiple personalities all at once, you just gonna go through your life. You know what I'm saying? And just switch it up. Like, it's not like you're learning and you're adding things on. You're changing everything that you are, who you are, what you're doing, what your focus is. And I'm not opposed to that. Okay? There's a certain animal character totem for that. So it's not like, oh, you're fake. No, they're not. They just their life path is probably a 5, and they represent change and travel. Usually, I find that going back to the numerology and things. So it's not to say it's a negative thing, but I'm saying for me that I know that those people will be somebody different soon or within the next couple of years. So for me, that is like, you know how you raise, like I used to move like every year or two. You know what I'm saying? So I like consistency now. I like that. That's why I like long-term relationships. I like, you know what I'm saying, things that last. And so when I see somebody's doing and changing and it changing and it changing, I'm like, yo, let me go back over here with my consistent ass. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not a good or bad, it's a preference, okay? Which takes us back to the beginning of this whole shit. I don't want to date nobody else who has been named going through the realms, especially if they have an issue with that sister. Because I'd rather just meet a Tiffany or a Nicole or Keisha. You know what I'm saying? Keisha's, where y'all at? No, I'm talking shit. I'm 46 years old. I'm not looking for a Keisha. I'm looking for a Nicole. Don't even worry about it. No, I'm talking shit. Look, y'all get into the numerology. Be like, what is he talking about? What do you mean? No, but I'm having fun though. Because that's just one aspect of it. That's just one aspect of it. Y'all got to keep in mind, none of it is across the board. Your numerology and your name is going to be one thing. Your astrology is going to be another. Your human design is going to be another. I invite you to learn about all of them. Learn about all of them. Knowledge yourself. You know what I'm saying? Self is the measuring stick of the world. So if you can measure yourself with expert precision, then you can get it on and popping in this world. You can do whatever you want because you know how to measure everything based off yourself, as opposed to responding negatively to everything based off yourself, right? Because self is the measuring stick of the world, regardless of how you approach it. It's just about how you approach it. You know what I'm saying? So, is that it? Is that all I wanted to kick it about it? Do I want to? Let me see how long we've been on. 45 minutes. Do I got anything else I want to drop before I get up out of here? Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns? Blessings to you. Hugs. I'll catch this replay later on. No doubt. No doubt. Oh man, no, we about to if ain't nobody else got nothing to say, we about to bring it to a close or whatnot, man. I love y'all, man. I just like to be coming and kicking it and talk about a few things. Oh man, no. Oh, okay, hold on. Here we go. Ain't nobody else got nothing. Somebody hold on, let me see. Bring it to a close or whatnot, man. We got all type of comments over here. Why I don't be seeing none of these comments? On here. All right, so Cam, as a woman, I don't want to be named by another woman or man, not even my mama. That's why I changed my name legally. You feel me, Cam? All right, I got to talk to you about something. Multi-construct strain is right. I love all my names. I know that's right, Nydia. Lean into that. Make it real. Integration is not optional. You feel me? It's not optional. How you do it is, though, right? That's what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Okay. Peace, God. Yo, peace, God. I see you, Hakeem. It's true about the name. I changed my first name legally, and my whole frequency shifted when I dropped that aggressive ass Q. Bang. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Okay. Yo, no doubt. Yo. So some of us who have dealt with the name trauma, the name changes, whether it be culturally or legally. That's why I said I'm going to change mine legally, because what Cam just said, like it changes the whole frequency because it is a frequency. And so culturally, the frequency's been changed, but I need to change it legally, financially, you know what I'm saying, to where everything matches to the frequency that I am. Because until that happens, there's going to be some type of discrepancy in the frequencies. Do you really want any type of discrepancies in the frequencies of your financial establishments? No, hell, I don't. See what I'm saying? What about your relationships with people? Yeah, it changes the frequency. Trust me. All things. So just think about that. Think about that. Lean into it. If it's real, make it real. Whatever real means to you. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not, why are you carrying it? You know? But with that being said, man, I love y'all. Shit, no diss, no nothing, no, you know what I mean? I don't know why y'all always think that I'm a bully. Like, I be over here minding my motherfucking business, man. Listen, y'all do the same. I love y'all. Tell somebody you love them in a language that you can understand it in. Peace.